I am Plans Meet Paper on Etsy, Instagram, and YouTube. And today I'm here to show you how I am planning out my zone cleaning, which is the Fly Lady system. And I'll put a link to the Fly Lady's website down below. Definitely check that out if you're interested in learning more. But I talked a little bit about my zone cleaning system, or about how I'm doing zone cleaning rather, last week. So I just wanted to show you guys kind of the system that I'm using, just to answer any questions that anybody had about that. So I'm gonna show you my zone cleaning setup in my planner, and then I'm also just gonna give you a peek at what this week turned out like and how my next week is looking. So stay tuned if you're interested in that. So in my planner, I have a section that I call just my home section, and I've got a ton of different things in here. I've got really just anything that has to do with my personal life or my family life. It also has notes for my Etsy store, my YouTube, just anything that's not related to my actual job that I go to during the week. So it's a huge section, probably the biggest section in my planner, and I've got an index up here in the front. And one of the things that I just added to this section recently is my zone cleaning and my Fly Lady routines. Now I've been doing kind of the Fly Lady baby steps, as she calls them, and getting used to building the routines for a while now. But I hadn't really made them all like official. I was just trying things out and kind of going one step at a time as she recommends. But with the new school year starting up, I wanted to really kind of lay out how I wanted my mornings to go, my evenings to go, kind of some of the weekly outlines or weekly tasks that I wanted to get done, my daily tasks, and then I wanted a way to keep track of my zone cleaning. If you're not familiar with the Fly Lady system, one of the main things that I like about it is I tend to be kind of an obsessive, compulsive cleaner, perfectionist kind of. And so I'll go through these cycles where I will spend hours and hours and hours cleaning something, and I will get it perfect. And then I just don't want to use that space, or I don't want my husband to use that space because I don't want it to get messed up. And then, of course, we use that space because we live here in our house. And then, you know, it gets messed up again, and it's just discouraging. And sometimes that can lead to me just kind of like, throwing my hands up and just letting go of cleaning for a couple days or to the end of the week or something. And then it's like all the clutter is built up and it takes hours and hours and hours to clean it again. So that is not a super healthy or effective way to maintain a household. So that's why I've been looking for kind of some inspiration to help me try out something new. So with the Fly Lady system, you kind of instill some new routines that you do every day or every week. And you give yourself kind of like time limits for the different tasks that you're doing. And I'll talk more about that as I get into it. But basically, this is just a rough outline. It doesn't have to start at 5 a.m. every morning, and it doesn't have to end at exactly the same time. It's very flexible, but it's just to give me an idea of how long I think things should take me. So my morning routine, as you can see here, is I want to try to get up, make my bed first thing in the morning, get dressed all the way down to shoes. That's what she says, is you're always more effective when you're wearing shoes. And then get my teeth brushed and go to the gym or go for a run. I'm gonna do my workout and then get home and kind of take care of my dog for a few minutes, open up the windows in the house, let things air out, and get ready for work. One of the new things that I've added with the Fly Lady is called the swish and swipe, which is where you basically just, wipe down your counters and your sink real quick and swish out your toilet real quick. Every day, and by doing it every day, you really don't have to do like a big deep bathroom clean super often. You can just do it like once a month or something because you're already wiping everything down and cleaning the toilet every day. Then I want to get dressed, eat breakfast, make sure I take care of Gus again, and then go to work. So that's kind of my outline for my morning routine. I just wanted to think about, what's going to work for me in the time that I have in the morning and the things that I want to get done, but still trying to do kind of the daily maintaining of the house, which for the morning is mostly just swishing and swiping, and then making sure I have time to clean up breakfast before I leave. In the evening, this is kind of my more, my longer routine. And again, the times are super flexible. They're just me kind of mentally mapping out how much time I think things will take. So I work at a school, I get to school early, and so I actually get off work pretty early as well. So my plan is to be home by around 3:15. I can usually leave for home by about 3. And then I always need to exercise Gus first because he is always full of energy when he's been home by himself all day. And then once I've done that, the next part of my routine is I want to remember to load laundry right when I get back from exercising Gus. And one thing that I do all the time is I load laundry and then I run the washer and I leave it in the washer for like 5 hours, and then I remember, oh my gosh, I have clothes in the washer, and by the time I get them dried, I don't have time to fold them. I do that all the time, so I want to make a habit of loading the laundry and setting a 45-minute alarm on my watch so that I can remember to go switch it at the end of the cycle. And then I want to spend about an hour doing one of my weekly tasks, which this is kind of the layout of how I wanted to do my weekly tasks. And then in the middle of that, I also need to move the laundry. Then I want to spend usually about 20 minutes. I gave myself some extra time here just in case I, took a break or something. But about 20 minutes zone cleaning each day. And I'll talk about my zone cleaning here in a minute. And then this is where I really get to just my evening routine, is where I'm spending a few minutes folding laundry, taking some time for myself. That's a big thing in the Fly Lady system, is remembering to take, personal time or self-care time, and not putting that on the back burner all the time. And then having time to make lunches for the next day, make dinner, eat dinner, clean up dinner, kind of do the kitchen cleanup at the end of the evening, and remember to prep for tomorrow. So pick out your clothes, plan your day. In here, that's in my planner, lay out my gym clothes, and then just have time to relax and, read, get ready for bed, all of those things. So that's kind of my evening routine, or the things that I would like to get done after work each day. My weekly tasks, again, these are not hard set on a certain day, but it's just kind of laid out so that it would make sense for me. Monday would be the day where I do my home blessing hour, which is just a 1-hour cleaning of your house, where you just kind of do all of the general cleaning that you would do anyways, like dusting and vacuuming and things like that. Tuesday, I want to spend time gardening or doing yard work. Wednesday, I would like to set up my meal plan for the next week and make my grocery list. Thursday, I'm going to try to do something for my YouTube or my Etsy store, so film, or sometimes I'll probably do, working out some new inserts, just different things for my Etsy store. Friday, I want to edit, or again, continue that same work. And then on the weekend, the only things I want to take time out of family time for on the weekend is grocery shopping, and doing lunch or meal prep for the next week. I don't want to be doing a bunch of cleaning or yard work on the weekend if I can avoid it. Just because I want to take that time for my husband, and just be able to spend time together with friends. Self-care ideas, these are just things that I need to, remember to do on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, just to take care of myself, take time to paint my fingernails or do my toenails, or, go take some time to plan just for fun, not necessarily like the mandatory day-by-day planning, but do the fun things. So those are things I like to do, and I'll be adding to that list. I already talked a little bit about my daily tasks, but I'll go ahead and flip this over so I can show you my monthly tasks. So in my house, I've got 5 zones, and I guess I'll show you probably the calendar version of this first. I think that'll make more sense. And these are roughly based on the Fly Lady's zones as well, but I adjusted them to fit in my house. I know she has a zone just for like a dining room and entryway, and I don't have a dining room, and my entryway is just kind of part of my living room / part of my kitchen. So the 2 entries that we have. So I didn't want to have a zone just for that. So I kind of rearranged them a little bit, but kept most of the same things. And I basically just went through and I wrote out my 5 zones for the 5 weeks of a month. And the 5th one that I've got down here is my extras zone. So I added that in. This isn't part of the Fly Lady system necessarily, but it's things that if I don't get it done every month, if there is no 5th week, I'm not worried about it. But I do want to do them on a routine basis. So my first zone is the kitchen, and I wrote out all of the detail cleaning tasks that I want to get done in that zone. So these are things that I don't need to be doing every week. They just need to be done once a month, or to be honest with you, I don't even think most of the time I always got them done every month. And then some months I would go on like my crazy hours and hours of cleaning time, and I would end up doing them like 3 times in a month, which is totally unnecessary. So that's why I like the system, is it kind of just lays it out, and it takes all of that stress and worrying about, oh, when am I gonna clean the windows? It takes that out of your mind, and it's just like, oh, well, it depends on the week. On week 3, I clean the windows in the bedroom, and I don't do any other windows. I don't have to worry about it because it's gonna get done over time. So that's what I like about this, is it really helps me to let go and just do the things that I have to do on a daily basis. And, you know, depending on what zone I'm in, and then just drop it and not have to worry about all of those tasks that kind of build up in the back of your head. So I just listed out all the detail cleaning tasks that I want to do on a regular basis. And I will let you know, on a week by week basis, I probably won't necessarily get every single thing one of these done. I know that, you know, some weeks, especially cleaning out the fridge and the freezer and cleaning the back and side door, and then doing 2 cabinets and 1 drawer, wiping them out, that's going to take me more than 20 minutes sometimes. Sometimes it might not, just depending how full the fridge is or things like that. But if it does take me more than 20 minutes, I'm just not going to do one of those things. I'll just stop. When I get to 20 minutes, I'm just going to stop cleaning and only get done what I can get done in that allotted amount of time. Because if I don't get it done this month, it's not the end of the world. It'll come back around the first week of next month, and I can prioritize the things that I didn't get done the month before. So I hope that makes sense. This is just kind of, if I wanted to get every single thing done in that month, in that zone, this is the outline that I would use. And this kind of helps me figure out what I want to do each day, just as an outline. But like I said, I definitely don't necessarily need to get each of these things done every single month. If I don't get something done one month, that's totally fine. I'll just scooch it to the next month. So this is my calendar, and it's just it's a blank monthly calendar that I just wrote out my zones and wrote out my tasks on. And then because I'm a planner and I'm afraid that if I, left something and I didn't get it done one month, I'm afraid that I would forget it and not remember to do it the next month either. That's probably not what would happen, but me being a planner, I want to make sure that I'm keeping track of what I get done each month. I made these little monthly zone cleaning trackers, and they're basically the same insert. They're very similar to like a bill tracker. But what I did is I just labeled which zone each one is for. So this first one is my kitchen zone. And I listed all of the tasks that were on my calendar that I just showed you. And then I've got each month of the year up here. And I'm starting in August, so mine's kind of in the middle of the year, but that's okay with me. I'll just start over when 2018 starts. But this month, I just did the kitchen last week. That was my first week doing the zone cleaning officially. I've kind of worked through all the baby steps and worked through the routines, so I was ready to start zone cleaning on the Fly Lady system. So I went ahead, and as I did my tasks throughout the week, I did about 20 minutes every day this week. And once I was done with that 20 minutes, I stopped working. And so these are the things that I got done in 20 minutes a day this week. I did not, you can see, get to cleaning out the dog's kennel, which it's not too bad. My dog doesn't shed. He's a poodle mix. so his kennel's pretty clean. Plus it's summertime, which in Washington is the dry season, so there's no mud or really too much dirt or anything in there, like there would be in the middle of the winter when it rains all the time. So his kennel is pretty clean already, so I just didn't have time. I didn't do it this month, which is okay. I'll do it in September. And then I also didn't have time to do my like deep clean sweep and mop. I do sweep and mop my kitchen every week, but when I say deep clean, I mean like move the table, move the kennel, move everything that's, you know, anywhere on the floor, take it out of the kitchen and sweep and mop. I didn't have time to do that this month, so that's okay. I'll just keep doing my regular weekly sweep and mop, and then I'll move the kennel and everything next month. So that's kind of how I laid it out. I did also include a section for time here on this zone cleaning tracker, and that's just for me. I just jotted down an idea of about how much time it took me to do these different things, so that, you know, next month, if I only have 15 minutes one day or something, I can just choose things that are going to take 15 minutes and not choose more than that to put on my to-do list, if that makes sense. So that is my zone cleaning insert that I created. I have one for each zone in my house. So here's zone 3, which is my master bedroom and bathroom. I've got zone 2 here on the other side. And then zone 4 is right there, and zone 5 right here. And as it goes through the month of August, I'm just gonna check off which things I got done throughout the month. So that is how I'm doing my zone cleaning. And if you have any questions, like I said, definitely check out the Fly Ladies website. I will put a link in the description down below. I'm just starting with all this. As they say in the Fly Lady system, I'm a fly baby, not a fly lady yet. But I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go. I'm keeping, this is what they call the control journal, and I decided to keep it here in my file of facts because I like to have everything all in one place, so I'm not running around getting different binders throughout the day. I can just look in the same place all the time. So that's why I have it in here. But if you have any questions for me specifically about how I'm doing it, feel free to put that in the comments down below, and I will do my best to answer you. Lastly, I just wanted to show you a quick peek at my week, just to show you, if you watched my video last week, how it turned out. So here is my week. I did a yellow theme, and then I had my daily pages that I used several days this week to lay out all my tasks. And so I'm still really loving this system, and the inserts that I'm using right now are really working for me. Next week, I went ahead and planned it already. I have, again, here's my weekly layout, and I went with kind of a polka dot washi tape that I got from Michaels and a turquoise friction highlighter. And I just wrote out all my tasks. This is my first week back to work. Like I said, I work at a school, so I had a couple weeks off this summer, but I'm back to work, so I have both home and work tasks here in my weekly section. What I did to lay it out is I just put my home tasks on the top 3 lines and my work tasks on the bottom 3 lines. So this day you can see I only had 2 home tasks so far, and then I only have 1 work task so far that I wrote down. This day I had 3 for both home and work, because that's coming up here in just 2 days. So I've already planned out what I want to get done on Monday. Then I also have my daily pages. They're just really simple lined pages here that I'm keeping in the middle. And I did clip them together with this paper clip. I actually got this at the dollar store. Looks like they're stepping up their game when it comes to stationery. But I got this paper clip from the dollar store, and I've just barely started listing out some smaller tasks and kind of breaking down the things I want to get done at work and at home this week on Monday. And I'll just do the other days as they come up throughout the week. So that is my setup for next week. I'll probably do a regular Plan With Me video either this coming week or the week after. So stay tuned to the channel if you'd like to see that. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and a great week. And talk to you later. Bye-bye.